This is my very first video that I've made on Facebook in this particular style, sitting right here and sharing something that I experienced, something that I applied. I look into it, I do research on it, and I apply it into my own life, and I see it works. I see the results. So I just make this video not only to practice speaking English myself, but also to share with others. So it works for me. Doesn't mean it'll work for you. Not necessarily, right? So I hope it will work for you. Sure. So this video is about how small changes in your daily routine, in our daily routine, can lead to a highly productive day. But first, let's talk about dopamine. What is dopamine? It is a chemical in our brain, right? It is something behind your focus, your motivation. It motivates you to take action more, to do more, to get the reward, or to achieve the goal. So it's kind of neurotransmitter in our brain. What I want to share is, number one, in the morning when you wake up, try not to use your phone immediately. I mean, right after you wake up, try to get through your morning routine, like brushing your teeth, washing your face, clean the house as quickly as possible, and then just have light breakfast and sit down to work. Do not scroll your phone. Do not scroll the social media right after you wake up. Let's say you wake up at 6 a.m. and then you'll be like this. Where is my phone? I want to check the notification to know what is happening out there, to know how about the war in the Middle East? How about the Bitcoin price? How about the stock market? And then you're still sleepy and you start scrolling your phone like this. And you know what will happen? Let's say when we wake up in the morning, our brain had a steady level of dopamine. Let's say is our normal state, and we have 100 of dopamine. And then the moment you think about checking the notification on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, our dopamine level has gone up a little bit. Now let's say is 110. And then the moment you look into the screen, you look into the icon of Facebook or the trading app or TikTok, Instagram, the social media, your dopamine level hits the peak. It's like from 100 to 150, like this. Okay, your baseline here, and that moment's dopamine level is here. If you see this funny story, if you see a funny meme or some motivating story, your dopamine might get a tiny extra boost to 160. But if you see a flexing story, you see a story that someone are showing off their success, or they talk about their wealth, their property, then you know what? You feel you are small. You feel disappointed with yourself. And your dopamine level will crash from 160 down to 80, even below your baseline. Can you figure out? Let's say at first at 6 a.m. your dopamine is 100 right here, okay? And you start scrolling, your dopamine is right here at the peak 160. If you see a flexing story, you feel you are small, and then your dopamine crashes below the baseline. It's like this because you know why? Because that is our brain's mechanism. Whenever your brain went through a spike, it might fall into a dip. Spike, then dip. Our brain extremely hates the imbalance. That is why it dragged down our dopamine level. So when you are at dip, what will you do? You start scrolling again and you are looking for something interesting, something motivating that make you feel excited, that make you feel motivated again, because you wake up at 6 a.m. and then you start scrolling until 6:30, and your dopamine level now is no longer 100, it's 80, 70, 60. How can you work with that low level of dopamine? You can't. So you're falling into a downward spiral. You keep spike, dip, spike, dip, spike, dip, and you are now addicted to the social media. If you repeat this cycle very often and too long, day by day, week by week, and then you know what happened? Our brain has to do something, right? It will lower your baseline. Your baseline is no longer 100, it's now probably 80, 70, 90, is lower. And you know what? The things that used to make you happy, the things that used to motivate you to sit down to work in the morning, like watching the sunset, the sunrise, now it no longer motivates you to sit down to work because your baseline level is low. That is our brain's mechanism. It hates the imbalance. So the takeaway here is to try to keep away from your phone right after you wake up. I mean, you can use your phone in the morning, you can scroll social media, but please do not mindlessly scroll. And the second thing is try to do the hard things first and easy things later. You know why? Because when we wake up, we have 100 dopamine. They are valuable. They are precious. Will you waste your precious dopamine to do the easy things or for the hard things? You can answer it, right? I mean, when we wake up, try to get through your morning routine as quickly as possible. The easy things like washing the dishes, cleaning the house, you can do it later because that is low effort. Try to sit down to work. Try to focus on your work that requires high creativity and deep concentration first. The hard things first and easy things later. So let's say I will sweep the floor in the morning, in the evening or at noon. In this morning, I have something important to finish, to finalize. So I wake up at 6 a.m. and then at 7 a.m. I finish all my morning routine. I had my breakfast already and then I'll sit down to work at 7. Okay, keep away from your phone and focus. By that way, we are training our brain that if we finish all the hard things in the morning, and then at the end of the day, we'll get some reward. We are programming for our brain. It realized, okay, now I have to work in the morning, and in the evening, I will get some reward. And then your dopamine level is kept steady, is solid. These things that I've shared, it just simple, right? But when we understand the mechanism, the things behind, then we will take action more. We will do differently, and we feel good, right? So I hope this video brings some more value to you. I might mispronounce some words or something, or I did something wrong in this video, but to me, better done than perfect, better late than never. So just look into the camera and speak, and share. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Remember, number one, try to keep away from your phone right after you wake up. And number two, hard things first, easy things later. That's it. Bye bye.